Me and my partner just downloaded this stupid mobile game called Battle Cats, and in this game, what you're doing is you're using your cat soldiers to fight other enemies. The mechanics is painfully simple, and there is no depth to this game. The game is trying to be funny, and it is, and it is fulfilling the very purpose of existing for any mobile game, which is it steals your time. It does a very good job at that. In this game, there is the mechanics where you can pay with the money you're already having in order to get a better income, right? So you're basically paying for a higher income. You're losing money right now, but you're getting more money per second. Whenever the enemies are coming out at you, part of the difficulty, if you even can call it like that, because the game is not difficult at all, but the part of the game is to try to restrain yourself from recruiting the soldiers that are suitable of defeating the enemies that are coming right at you, because you need money. You should wait. You know that you should wait. You should keep them at bay, but you should wait. And this is kind of a moment that I am in right now. My last podcast episode I recorded before my holiday, and right now I came back. I came back from holiday. I'm back, and I did not forget the promise I made to myself to prepare myself for a better life. And just like in this stupid mobile game, I feel that I do want to recruit those soldiers and go pursue these things. I made myself a little goals, things I want to achieve. A lot of them are financial goals that I would wish to realize in a smart way, not just by getting a second job and grinding, but like in a smart way. I would wish to build the business that I'm having. I would wish to build up way better, like take it to a higher level. And these ideas might work, but the problem is that realizing those ideas will require discipline. And without discipline, I have absolute no hope in achieving it. That's why I need to restrain myself. I should not learn the skills I wanted to learn. I should not go and work on the products I thought that might be nice to work on them, because I know that I lack the guts to pull it off. I just lack the guts to stay with it. When the things will get slightly difficult, I will give up because I'm weak. So I need far more discipline. My business and my financial goals are actually my secondary objective. The greatest importance to me at the moment is my fitness, is my health. I gained terrible amount of weight. I weigh 120 kilos at 188 centimeters height. And there's a bit of muscle to it because I did join the gym 2 years ago. I had a personal trainer and stuff, so I am taking it seriously. But yeah, I'm not on steroids. This weight is not justified. My amount of muscle is not justifying this weight, and in any way there is. So I do need to lose weight, and I thought, and I also mentioned this in my last recording, that what I want to do is I want to try for real mindfulness eating, to really give it a shot, because counting calories never worked for me, and I was very doubtful about it because it isn't really it is not a real diet, and thankfully for me, another opportunity arose, another diet that I'm just trying right now, and I'll see if it'll work for me. It is a diet developed by Anna Lewandowska. If you probably know anything about football, you basically know Robert Lewandowski. and that's his wife, right? Um, and so I'm not sure exactly what her philosophy is. What I can tell you is that there is no gluten in it. There are 5 meals a day. Most of the carbohydrates are coming from the fruits. And no processed food is allowed. But basically, I am not following principles. I am just doing the recipes from the app. So yeah, that's what I started to do. I'm not doing it super strictly yet because I still had some food left in the fridge. Whenever I came back, my partner did buy some things. So yeah, we almost finished those things up though. So it basically starts for real at the moment. But whether it's eating, growing a business, gym, whatever that might be, I do need discipline. And it's funny because like that's something that I kind of knew since I was a little kid. But it was always difficult. I never wanted to do it because it's difficult. And it took all those years for me to realize that life is not getting any easier. That there is no easy mode. For anyone. Regardless of financial situation or health situation, there is no easy mode. Funny, just I actually didn't plan to say it on a podcast, but my cousin he hanged himself. He hanged himself a week ago. That was his funeral yesterday, and he was 12 years older than me. Absolutely bloating with money, not having any kind of health issues as well. Being with the same woman for I think 2 decades actually. Married to her, expecting a child. She was pregnant in a 7th month with a child, and yeah, he hanged himself. So yeah, life is not getting any easier, no matter the situation. Because like, if I would compare myself to him, having great health, obviously not mental health, since he hanged himself for Christ's sake, but you know what I mean, physical health. Loyal, loving partner, and fuckload of money. What else do you need, honestly? Jesus Christ. I can't even think of a single thing. But yeah, this sickness caught up on him. He didn't have strength to fight it. And he had no discipline as well. And no meaning. So, yeah, it is not getting any easier. If anything, I would argue it's getting more difficult the older you're getting. Hopefully, with age comes a bit of wisdom as well, so you understand some stuff. And I think this is something that I'm trying to understand. That I'm actually getting to understand how important discipline is going to be for me to change my life, for more quality life. So I need to develop discipline. I need to take care of my health. And after I will lose weight, after I will put my fitness situation in its rightful place, after I will become disciplined, then might be a time to be seriously involved in my business. Or in a spare time. But I need to make it my priority. And in order to develop discipline, I am going to do 3 things. First thing first, I am going to be extremely strict with this diet. That's something I was always struggling with. That is my biggest demon. Diet, eating, all this stuff. And I watched this video. That was actually a really smart video, even though the concept is so incredibly simple. That whenever you put your mind on 99%, you will fail because it gives a little room to the voice in your head to provide doubts. But whenever you're something full in, 100%, no voice arises against you. And I know it to be true in every single situation, because like, even when I was in Poland, back in my home country on a holiday, and I ate shitload of stuff. At some points, we had a little bit more difficult days, and I was hungry, and I needed a few hours before I'll eat again. I probably overeat, but I was hungry, I didn't have any thoughts that were tormenting me, that I'm hungry, I need to eat. Why? Because I knew for a fact that for the next few hours we are just in the middle of nowhere by the Russian border in the middle of fucking woods and there is no food. I was 100% in. But if I'll be at home, I'm a little hungry, and I schedule myself a dinner a few hours from now, fuck no, I will not wait. That actually even happened today. Although I had an apple instead of, chocolate or something. So, but yeah, my lunch, according to my app, I'm supposed to have lunch, and I will actually have it around 3 p.m. I think 2:30 or 3 p.m. It's 11:45 at the moment where I live, so still a bit of time. But because I'm not fully in, I'm not 100% in, those thoughts are tormenting me. So I need to be fully in. 3 things. Sorry, because I diverted from our main subject. I guess that this is what makes difficult for people to listen to this podcast, isn't it? Sorry, just the way I am, I guess. Full with chaos, and there's no order in my life. And my speech resembles it as well. First thing is me to be extremely strict with my diet. Second thing is being extremely strict with my gym. So 4 times a week, according to the training plan that I bought from Jeff Nippert, and follow it by book. And the third thing that feels like quite a lot, and I don't want to add it to the list, but I have a feeling that this will be actually the foundation for building first 2 habits, first 2 disciplines, and in total will be my main foundation, my main stone on which I will build a house of my self-development. It's meditation. It's always very difficult for me to force myself to do it, and it is going to be just 10 minutes. Just 10 minutes a day of meditation. Every morning. 10 minutes of meditation. Second step will be probably to meditate twice a day, and then to extend the length of meditation itself. But yeah, for now, every single day, 10 minutes. I could probably do more, but honestly, at this point, sticking to the diet, sticking to the gym, sticking to the meditation, it feels like too much for me because I'm too weak. I also thought, because I don't have a journal, I should probably also track all my progress in the journal and write down whenever I did meditate, when I didn't meditate, and all this stuff. But here's the thing, here's an issue I'm having. I cannot fool myself. I cannot convince myself that it is absolutely necessary for my life, and it's not life and death situation, for me to care about my body and to meditate, despite the fact that I know it is. Can you understand it? Can you see it in the same way? How ridiculous that is. I know rationally to be true, but then I know that I'm not fully in. I am not 100% in, because I have voices in my head bringing doubts. They wouldn't be there if I knew that there are no other options. But there is an option. I don't have to meditate. I don't have to stick to the diet. I don't have to go to the gym. There is an option every single day, every single moment. I can decide. And this is what really tires me. I made those rules, I made those decisions, and for me to stick with them, I have to, every single second, make the same decision that I did once, over and over and over again. If it will be someone else forbidding those things for me, it will be far easier for me. It will be far easier for me to stick with those things. I would get healthy so fucking quickly. I would develop my business. I would do all those stuff. It would be so great. But it's not someone else, it's me. And that's the part of the process of building your own strength. It's wrestling with yourself that I don't expect will ever cease. So after recording this podcast, I'm going to sit zazen for 10 minutes. And this is going to be the habit for every single day, with no exception. In the morning, to sit zazen after breakfast, before my work. Because I need to make myself stronger. Because life gets more and more difficult the older I'm getting. I'm 28 and I'm not in a superior athletic form. I'm 28 and I'm not having any savings. Hell, I don't even own a car. I own half a car because I have it with my partner. I rent a house. Thank fuck I have no debts. Jesus, how good that is. That's actually great, honestly. 10 years ago, my current situation would not be considered bad at all. But during 10 years, I did no progress. And I'm afraid that being 38, without financial stability, without strength of the discipline, without my own business replacing the work that I don't like, I will just drown in my own sorrow. So this is a life-saving situation. That little voice in my head don't get that this is a life and death situation, really. Yeah, it's so strange. It's so strange, but there is. I find in myself a feeling that I do not have to do any of those things. But as long as I've been alive, I know for a fact rationally that me continuing the life that I am living, keep on gaining weight, keep on losing muscle, keep on losing money, not saving anything at all. This is just a path to catastrophe. Without health, without money, without stability, what the fuck am I going to build? I will get one of those sicknesses that everybody's dying at very soon. There is no way I will actually die in my sleep without having either cancer, diabetes, heart attack, stroke, or you name it, arthritis, you name it. Alzheimer, dementia. It's dementia, isn't it? It's not like dimensions. I think it's dementia. Yeah. But a little voice in my head, there is a feeling inside me that does not believe it. It's like, nah, we'll be fine. And this is the part of me that will have to die. Because, as wise men once said, there is no improvement without suffering. Because a man is both a sculpture and a marble. And this part of me got to die. This little part of me. Either die or be shaped again. Because it cannot survive in the current form. It will just drag me down like a parasite. Parasite not realizing that if the host will die, you will die too. So, a little kid that wants to just stay on a sofa and play video games all day, I am really, really sorry. That is great, and as much time as I will have, I will play video games. It's wonderful. But there are things we need to do to be able to continue play video games, to be able to have easy life. There are some hard things we need to achieve. And we need to get stronger. Far fucking stronger. So here I go. Actually, you know what? Maybe I can have a journal. Maybe this podcast can be my journal. Since almost nobody ever stumbles upon it in the first place, why not? Why wouldn't I record in here every single day how my self progress goes. That is a good idea, and I should do it. I should do it, and let's call it day zero.